truck is super cool. I just wish I had both fenders to make it look a lot cooler. Welcome to today's video, guys. Today we're headed to Poconos Raceway again. It's dry, so today should be fun, but we're definitely gonna be using more tires than we did yesterday. We gotta figure out the belt problem. We had some issues with the belt yesterday. We lost 3 belts in one day, so I bought 3 more belts, but I'm not trying to do the exact same thing. We're gonna make the we're gonna try and figure out why the belt's coming off and fix that. That way it's not an issue for the rest of the trip. I'm wondering if it was just excess water yesterday that was just enough to cause the problem to be worse than it normally is. So maybe we'll throw 1 belt on it and see what happens. But it should be a fun day of drifting. I'm trying to get as many laps in today as I can because this is one of the funnest tracks, and I want to get a lot of cool footage today. And hopefully today's video is just driving footage. No drama, no nothing, just driving. We'll see how it turns out. Today, at least, it's not raining or snowing. It's sunny, but it's windy and cold. So I guess we take what we can get, right? We got 3 belts. Hopefully this will work out for what we need. And then I got a brush, so I can clean out the grooves on the pulleys. There's some like shredded belt residue inside of there, so I'm gonna use some brake clean and scrub it out, and hopefully that helps the belt stay on longer. All right, so we got the new belt on. This one's at 390 instead of a 388. I don't know if it'll do any better because it's not so tight. The other ones were like super tight on there. I don't know if that's a problem or not. I'm just trying something different. And then this, whatever you call it, this vent hose was falling off, so this is what we've got to make it work, so that we're not spraying oil all over the number 5 and number 6 spark plugs. But I think we're ready to go take some laps, kill these tires off. Maybe I'll check tire pressure today because it's actually going to make a difference. So we put a few laps down, but you can see that this wheel has a lot more camber than the other one. So it's wearing on the outside. This one doesn't have nearly as much. This one's wearing a lot better than this one. So we're gonna flip the tires, and we're also going to try and adjust the camber a little bit. This was the side where we had the arm, not the arm, but the knuckle that got bent. And yeah, I don't know what the actual problem is here, but I'll probably just change the camber a little bit, and hopefully that helps us with tire wear. But the brakes are holding together, which is good. That hasn't been a problem yet. We're doing pretty good on tire wear for these Kendas. They're really good, but we're not wearing nearly as even as we were the other day, so I want to get that sorted out. This one seems to be wearing on the inside, where the other one seems to be wearing on the outside. So if we flip them right now, that'll save us, and that's kind of the plan. I don't think I showed this, but this was the damage that happened when the trailer collapsed. the tools were stacked, this and the other box were stacked on top of each other. When the trailer fell, it landed on this, and then as we were driving and turning for the 5 miles that we drove, it was just crunching this box. I could hear it crunching the box, and I was like, you know what? We couldn't really lift the trailer up to move it, so this was just the damage that happened. It's kind of a bummer. I was super stoked to have my drift week toolboxes, but it is what it is. It's the price you pay for what happened. Bummer. Made some adjustments there. Looks a little bit better. I don't know about toe. It's kind of like yeah, it's good.
So today we're looking at these awesome seat covers we got from our buddy Kyle in Poconos. They're a nice, I don't know what kind of fabric this is, but it's a good fabric.
Feels like the kind of fabric you'd put your feet on.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Way too nice. But on the bottom it's rubber, you know? And the rubber keeps everything that's wet off your ass. And unfortunately this car leaks everywhere. So I'm gonna give these a solid 9.5 out of 10 for quality. It could have been more seat shaped, but yeah, good to go. Oh, nice.
This is the hammer food that you need.
Thank you. Yeah, this is perfect for that.
I'm gonna follow you and see what you're doing.
We're now strengthening the wheel with the car jack. What do you call it?
With a jack?
Jack, yeah.
And a piece of wood?
Yeah,
and a hammer. It's working.
Looking good.
Yeah. It's low right there, huh?
Yeah, we know. We will make
yeah. Did the jack move it at all? Did it work?
Yeah, it works a lot.
Nice. Was it bad?
It was bad.
Pretty bad. It's looking good. It'll probably hold air now, you think?
Yeah.
It's getting close.
Yeah. Much more. Dobra. Przejdziesz? No. No na prosto. No, ja muszę da rady pompować. Okej, dobra.
We pay good money for wheel repair.
Do we?
Turns out we can just
I'm not gonna do that. Oh no. Have you never seen the Iron Lucy done this at the circuit? A lot of time, but he has like bigger hammer with it.
Fix my wheel ring? I see it. Looks good.
Want to see something cool?
what?
I got some 6 shots.
Oh yeah, I want to see it.
Oh, 6 shots, brother.
So this last session out there, I got tied up with Devin and ended up hitting right here. I slid in and just boop. He was trying to do a backy. He didn't realize I was behind him, and he missed a gear, and so he slowed down while I was accelerating, and I just bumped him a little bit. I got some cool footage of that. And then the lap after that, I was trying to do like big angle entries, and I bent the tie rod. I think maybe I'm going over center. I haven't really perfected the front steering on this yet, so I don't know exactly what the best setting is, but obviously that's not going to work how I have it now, because when I got to full angle, I bent the tie rod. Starting to remind me of Drift Week 3. But what I learned from this is bending them back almost never works as far as like longevity. They always bend again. So I got in trouble because my catch can's full and I'm leaking oil everywhere. Not everywhere, but a little bit of oil. How did this become your job to clean up my mess?
I'm nice.
You're nice. I guess if there's enough stuff here, I can keep parking on it and leak more.
I don't feel they will be happy.
Is that how that works? As long as I park on top of the kitty litter. But someone hit the timing equipment, so they shut down the track, and then Aaron had a meeting trying to single out the person that did it, and nobody would admit it, and so now they're on the quest to find out who did it, so that person can get in trouble. And then Aaron asked me, was it you? I'm like, no, it wasn't me. And then he asked Brian, was it you? Like, no. So you need to look elsewhere than the guys that are doing laps nonstop without having problems, you know? But that's just Aaron. Was it you?
What?
Did you hit the timing equipment?
It wasn't me.
All right.
I was looking around too. I was walking around like, all right, who did it? Who did it?
That car's damaged right there. What do we got? That car's clean. It's gonna be the left rear. I hope they find the culprit. At least Turbo Justin like owned up to it yesterday. He's like, yo, it was me.
Yeah.
You know?
I was talking.
Big respect.
I was talking to him about it. He was like, oh, how much is it gonna cost to fix that? I'm like, dude, it ain't cheap to fix timing equipment.
Yeah. Yeah. Did they give him a number yet, or do you know?
No, he was like, maybe a couple hundred. I'm like,
Ooh, yeah.
Like timing equipment is normally like custom made for the track.
Yeah.
So...
If it's a couple wires, let's go out there with some splices and just
right,
splice it back together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so we lost another belt. We were doing a lap with Fielding. Well, he was going to drive my car next, but I did one lap with him in the car, and I lost a belt. What I've noticed is if it starts squealing and you don't let it stop squealing, it's going to throw a belt no matter what. So, luckily we bought 3. I was able to get the remnants of this one so we can go warranty it, but really frustrating. Really frustrating. So that's belt number 1 on the day, after probably like 10 or 15 laps. So, we'll throw another one on and see what happens. So we got a celebrity guest driver today in my car after I broke it.
Can't wait to try this thing out. First S chassis I've driven on driftweek 5.
Really?
Yep.
I want to see what you think is the fastest car. You're probably going to say Corvette or something.
The Corvettes are
They are pretty
crazy.
fast.
They've just got a lot of grip.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
If you hit the gas and you do this, you're like, oh, my car doesn't really take
Chassis don't do that.
Yeah, not as good anyway.
True.
So,
All right.
I'm sad I didn't bring my car.
Yeah. Oh, it does?
Yeah.
After 11 years?
Yeah.
Dang, I didn't know about that.
It's pretty good. It's like not blown up, but I figured if I don't rebuild it now, I'm gonna put a hole in it. GTEs are like 10 grand now, and it's just not worth it.
Yeah,
So.
might as well just fix it while you can.
But yeah, 10 years, 4 drift weeks.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Tens of thousands of miles.
Tens of thousands of miles. I did hyperdrive on it. I did clutch kickers. She did her job.
Yeah.
How are the brakes? Okay,
They're all right.
just need a little effort.
Yeah.
That's fine. I like no booster. All right, ready to go?
Go.
I don't want to get too close to this guy. Dang it, that was a good lap. Power steering belt okay?
Yeah, just take a cool down lap, see if it stops squealing.
Okay. This thing will go when you hit the gas. Holy crap. This has got the most raw power band of anything I've driven so far.
Really?
Yeah, which
Cool.
I love.
I think
Especially,
it's easy to drive because of that.
yeah.
You think it suffers at the top end?
What's that?
You feel it suffering at the top end at all?
I do, yeah. But man, you get in that power, it's like, whoa, let's go. I love that.
Try going to forest, see if it goes away.
my God, I love a JZS chassis. That just gets me amped. Oh my God, I want one. Wait, I have one. Yeah. I want it here, dang it. Oh man, that was so good. We came up to 100, so I shut it down.
Yeah, that's right fine. Yeah, just let it idle for a minute. It cools down pretty well.
I'm not shutting it off now, for sure. Dang, that was so good.
What do you think compared to the other cars? You can't be biased because you have a JZS 13S chassis.
So,
I mean, compare it to the other ones you drove.
I'm sure you can relate that like what gets you excited about drifting is getting your heart rate up, getting your adrenaline going. This one does that. When you hit the gas and it's like no, and you just like light into the clutch, it's like blah, 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 and you're like oh
yeah,
you know, just hanging on to it, and like this feels like I'm controlling a beast.
Yeah.
Whereas the other ones I'm like either really delicately like trying to be right on line like a Miata or something.
Yeah, yeah.
And with any small mistake or like not staying consistently on the gas, you're like completely not drifting. And then the Corvettes, they've got a lot of raw torque, but like they're so floaty, or sorry, not floaty, like solid and stiff, and like nothing about them feels like you're gonna be kind of out of control until you're probably off track.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas this one, I feel like I'm like, like hanging on, and I love that. That feeling to me is what makes me love drifting. So because of that, like this has been my favorite so far. Straight up.
Cool.
Dude.
I think you and I have a similar like feeling in drifting that way.
Exactly.
Like I've got there's nothing that draws me towards a Corvette. I know it's a great car. I've driven one.
For sure.
It's fun, it's easy, but I have zero pull towards it because it doesn't have what this has, you know?
100%.
This crappy old Nissan just gives me exactly what I want.
And it's really, I think it's at least 50% the drivetrain. Like this stiff ass clutch that's trying to kill you the whole time.
Yeah.
The power band just coming on and like ripping your face off, blowing the tires off, where you have no traction unless you know how to pedal it.
Right.
And then just like the raw turbo noises, like, oh.
How do you feel about the grip and the steering and the chassis?
I was actually pleasantly surprised. I know we're on pretty dead tires, so like grip wise, you know, I was able to kind of pedal it, but it also let me float.
Right,
So that's what this car and my car too does much better than the Corvettes at least, is they don't float at all. Like if you're not at least on some power, which they have the torque to do it, then it's gripping right up. This one, you know, I was able to kind of float, get used to the brakes, which are a little stiffer than I'm used to, but allowing you to kind of get that weight balance and then getting back on the power. This doesn't have the torque where it just like goes. You either have to floor it for a good minute or just a little quick clutch kick and then it like and then even just like grabbing the next gear, it's just different. Like this one, you hear a pop, you feel it engage, and then it like sits you again like that. Whereas the Corvette, it just kind of lugs through at 5,800 RPM or 6,500, whatever it is, like. And it just isn't the same visceral experience. So
you probably felt it too. We're out of gas. You felt that in a few corners.
I did. I was gonna ask that mid lap, but
you worked through it just fine. I was like, I wonder if he knows we're out of gas.
I figured that was what was going on.
Yeah.
Dude, that was sick.
Cool. Good job, man. Great driving. Great driving. Second lap, you freaking shredded the whole thing, no problem.
Hell yeah. Well, it's JZS chassis.
Yeah, exactly.
How could you not?
Exactly. Don't let Aaron tell anyone I don't build a good car.
I know, he always talks crap, but he's full of it every time. We all know that this thing wouldn't survive Driftweek without your resolve for fixing all problems, and then your ability to like, everyone watching at home, it's really hard to build a crappy old 40-year-old Nissan that was never meant to go more than 100,000 miles. It was never meant to go more than like 65 miles an hour with a KA engine and a grandma driving. That's what this car was built for, okay? So don't get it twisted. This is really tough to make a solid, reliable one, and Brandon's one of the best who can do it. So.
And Jay-Z is the way.
Jay-Z is king. Every time I drive one, I remember that, because I'm like, oh yeah, this is what it should be like.
Yeah, thanks dude, thank you.
Whew, so good. I love it.
We just had to run to the gas station to fill up. Oh, hey buddy. And I just realized, so I bent a tie rod, I bent it back, we had to change the rear camber on this car, and somehow, without doing any alignment, this car drives perfectly straight, like as good as when it left the shop with an alignment. I don't understand it. I think there is some luck in Driftweek. So the bumper got cracked when I drove off track, and I don't want it to break on the road. So I've been stepping over this piece all day. I don't know where it came from or what it is, but I'm gonna use the sheet metal from this, cut it up, and then rivet it to that to make the bumper strong again so we can drive on the street tonight and not have the bumper break in half. I really don't want to see this thing get folded into the car and turn into a million pieces, so this is the best option I got. Once I get two of them in there, then I will be struggling less. This is the reason why we always bring rivets, because you never know what you're going to need them for. But like 99% of the time, this is what we end up doing, is patching bumpers and side skirts and fenders and stuff back together with rivets. It actually works really well. Like, this is definitely one of those situations where zip ties would not be enough to hold the bumper together. And so rivets and a piece of metal is definitely the best move for this situation. There's Kelly out there thinking he can make an SR20 run. It's gonna get rod knob. They all get rod knob.
No,
right,
no,
Pete?
no, no,
They
no,
always
no,
get rod
no,
knob.
no, 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 no.
I just imagine this is like from the bottom of some expensive BMW, like track racer guy that came here and he's like, oh, I drove my car on track. It's probably like $600 at the dealership, and he went and bought a new one. And here I am cutting it up. Just saved my $100 bumper on my Nissan 240. If he only knew where his scrap was going to, probably rolling his grave. Check this out. I did it better the first time. But it's a pretty good sign. The bumper goes on really easy. Easy. Usually the Sylvia bumpers are the ones that go on like that. The hatch bumpers are always the hardest, but I don't know, whatever design we got going on with this one is like spot on. Yeah. Oh, look at that, right in place. So it's 4:30. I'm gonna try and get a few more laps before the end of the day. My tires are almost dead, so I'm gonna hurry and put some on and just see if I can go non-stop until the day's over. And then we gotta pack up and hit the road. All right, guys, end of the day. I didn't get my last laps in. I'm kind of bummed because I really wanted to run the course in reverse, and I only got to do one lap of that. I went out there and immediately started having problems. The clutch is getting worse. The noises that it's making are really bad. So I think we're gonna pull the trans tomorrow. On top of that, the car was like cutting out when I get on throttle. And so I came back, plugged the ECU in to the laptop, and it showed no TPS. So I pulled the TPS off, and I was doing some resistance checking and stuff like that, and it basically is acting like it's not doing anything. But I jumped the wire and it goes to 100%. So I know that the pins and all the wiring to the ECU are good, so it's gotta be a bad TPS. So I've got a buddy, Matt, in New York that has tons of JZ parts, so I'm gonna track him down, see if we can drive and pick one up in New York so we can get that fixed. And then Max was nice enough to let us use his shop, so we're headed there tomorrow to pull the trans out. So we got two problems to fix, but like I said, I'm really glad that we're able to figure this stuff out before clutch kickers. I want this car to be 110% mechanically ready before we go into competition in clutch kickers. So pulling the trans, it sucks, but if we can get it all sorted out, I'll be satisfied with that. We got 2 extra clutch discs. We've got an extra throwout bearing. I don't know which of the problems they are, but either way, that gives us time to overnight part since we got 3 days off. So tomorrow, the priority is to get the trans out, figure out what's going on, what needs to be replaced. If we gotta find a trans, if we gotta find whatever, we can get that done in that amount of time. So at least right now we can drive the car how it is. We're about to go pick up the trailer, take off from here to get that handled, and then I don't know exactly where we're going after that. We still gotta figure that out, but first things first, we gotta clean up and get things moving. We're taking off. This is bad. Listen to the trans. But hey, when it's out of gear, it works. We're good, we're good. Yeah, as long as the clutch isn't in, everything works. So I'm trying to drive straight to where the trailer is. It's gonna be kind of rough to load it up, but it's kind of like, it is what it is. And then we're gonna pull the transmission out tomorrow. The guys are gonna go swap out or warranty the belt, and I'm gonna drive straight to where the trailer is so I don't have to start and stop. Try and minimize that as much as possible. The track's still hot. I really wish I could do a couple more laps out there because the reverse layout was super fun. I don't think I filmed it because Fielding was filming all of it and I didn't get any of that on camera. No, we did. I got it on the 360 cam. I don't know, we'll see. But I really wish I could have got some more laps on that layout. All right, I'm gonna focus on driving. We're out of here. Bye bye Poconos. This was a fun track. Woo. Fun track, fun times. I love this place. It was awesome. I really hope to come back here someday. All right guys, made the drive. It was only 30 minutes to get here. It wasn't too bad. We're back. It's so much nicer when it's not pouring down rain or snow or whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and load the car up. Kelly and Pintu went to go warranty the belt at AutoZone. So I'm gonna get this all loaded up so when they get here we can just hook up and get ready to go. We're driving all the way to Max's house tonight in New York. It's about 2.5 hours. And then I think the other guys got a Airbnb in Stamford, Connecticut, so we might make that other hour drive just so we have somewhere to sleep and then drive back tomorrow and fix the car at Max's house. So we got 3 days off. Like I said, it's chill. We're cool. I'm also trying to find some used oil so we can keep driving the truck and not spend $5.50 on diesel. I also need to find a TPS, so I'm gonna call my buddy Matt and see where he's at in New York and see if I can meet up with him. But let's go check out the trailer and see how the work looks.
Get you home, no problem. Yeah. But you can buy this whole thing.
Look at this beautiful work here.
He said $300.
That's good. You should have heard what he said. He's cutting my thing apart. He's like, I had to cut through your beautiful welds.
Oh, look, come here. Is that your welds?
I remember. It was me. It was me. I remember welding it, just being in bed, like, oh man, I can do better than this. But
like 25-year-old brain.
This is like
nobody will ever see this.
The worst I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh wait, we got to show them.
Oh yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Hey, I'm gonna send you a video of some of my good welding. that's not my best work.
Look at this.
That's funny. No, it's cool. I showed up and he was finishing this up. It's good work.
Wow, that's pretty.
Good work.
I like that.
I'm not done yet, but yeah.
Looks good. Don't show that. Look at this.
Yeah, exactly. Woo.
Okay. Dang, it's adjustable.
It's beautiful. I was just pointing out how nice it is when it's not snowing and raining and like, you know, yeah, it's beautiful.
It's not snowing.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Wait, you sent me that picture.
It was fun. I didn't even get to my.
You sent me the picture last night, like, hey, you want to come pick it up? And I'm like, that doesn't look like, that looks like we don't want to be there right now.
I don't know what it was. It wasn't snow. It wasn't hail. It was these big,
big flakes.
Ice things were hitting me everywhere.
Yep.
I'm like.
We get those occasionally in Utah.
So I stood here and I took the picture inside the shop from the shop. Like, okay, it's done.
Yeah. It's done.
Come get it.
Yeah, come get it.
Come get your shit.
I can't help you load, but like, good luck.
There you go. Oh.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, do your thing, and I'm gonna tell you what. Watch the videos before this, because I swear to God, this guy can wheel a car like nobody I've ever seen in my life. Take care. Have a great night. Have a good time.